Drink Dr. Pepper, don't you see? 'Cause it's the perfect taste for me.
What's up? Welcome to another episode of the Pepper Pack Podcast. As always, I am one of your co-hosts, the Dr. Pepper teacher, Zach Bowman. And with me, as always...
Oh, it's me, Konnor, the Dr. Pepper designer, and none other than...
I am Dario Moya. I am the guy that eats the cookies and drinks Dr. Pepper.
The Dr. Pepper Cookie Monster.
You better believe it.
So, you guys, we got to start the show off right. I've got a couple of tall boys because... my students did an improvised birthday for me. I don't remember if we've had an episode since I've shared this or not. But they did a surprise birthday party for me because I have an early August birthday. And so they all brought me Dr. Pepper. And they all got to drink Dr. Pepper, which they were excited about because some of them had never had it. And then they're like, oh, wait, this really is good. And I was like, duh, that's what I've been telling you. So I got some tall boys in the fridge, and I'm ready to crack this open.
Now, before we crack this open, Zach, don't you think we should invite our guests possibly to join us today?
Well, I mean, we could, but typically we wait and make them wait, and then we can wait. We can wait to open this. We got to share some Dr. Pepper history, fun, insight, entertainment.
Okay. What do you have in mind?
So I've got a notification from Dr. Pepper. Sorry, my phone's talking to me. I'm not talking to it.
It's Dr. Pepper. They're calling.
Yeah.
I do not wish that.
I'm telling you to drink more Dr. Pepper.
I would cry if they called me right now on the podcast. And we want to give you a year supply and redo your house in Dr. Pepper. Oh,
you'd cry?
Made my heart jump. No, lost my train of thought now. You threw me off there with that. Oh yeah, the YouTube. So yeah. Dr. Pepper had a great new Fansville commercial that dropped today that I really enjoyed, and I wanted to share that with you guys. So let me.
Please do.
Of
haven't
course.
seen it yet.
I know. Here we go.
An eerie Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
You said you want a new coach, right? Behold, the coaching carousel. 33! Don't dance to it! How do you pick? You don't. It picks for you. 42X.
A esto le dicen fútbol. That's international.
Football! Football!
Fútbol de Dr. Pepper.
Hey! Yes. So good.
I like that one. I was like, yes, soccer coaching. We just finished soccer practice today, and I got the notification for that. I was like, okay. I was like, all right, I like this. This is fun. I can get behind that commercial.
I can see you dressed like that for Halloween, Zach.
Football!
Oh, Dr. Pepper. Okay, go stay. Yeah.
Well, Dr. Pepper is the universal language of all things. Doesn't matter what kind of football you play, you can always share it with the ice cold Dr. Pepper.
This is true. All right.
Nice words.
Without any further ado, Konnor, would you like to introduce our guest for this evening?
Everybody, put your hands together. The none other than Autumn Sweeney.
Autumn!
Hey, guys.
Autumn.
Hello.
Yes.
Hi.
Before we get into it too much, I'm thirsty.
Yeah, me
You
too.
have drank some by now.
yes.
Konnor made me wait. So out of respect for you and being on this show, we waited. So Konnor on the count of 23. So 1.
All right. 2.
23.
23.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I love this time of the year. My soda machine gets way colder than it usually does, and everything starts to frost over, so it's like perfect.
It does have that nice, perfect, crisp taste.
Dr. Pepper.
Ah.
Go State.
Oh,
So,
that.
did you have Did you have a chance to see that that commercial yet? That Fansville commercial?
I hadn't, but I have a feeling my kids will love it.
Yeah, it was a fun one. I was enjoying it. My students were laughing at me after I my players. They weren't my students yet, but they were laughing at me because I was out there laughing at it, and so I showed them and they enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But we got to start this show off. We got to get to know you, Adam, because you have not been on the podcast yet. We have, which I mean, hey, this is why you're here. So, how did you become a Dr. Pepper fanatic, and how did that enable you, or in your process to joining the Pepper Pack? What did that look like?
Okay, so Dr. Pepper is the first drink I ever remember drinking. I remember being like a little toddler and running in and saying, "Do we have Dr. Peppers?" And if we didn't, then obviously I would drink nothing. But yeah, so I believed that I was the person who loved Dr. Pepper the most. So I started looking into how to become like a spokesperson for him, and I came across the Pepper Pack, and then I met you, Zach, and I realized there might be somebody who is a bigger fan than me.
I mean, I thought I was the biggest consumer until I met our last guest from last episode, Richard, who's drank a literal ton of Dr. Pepper this year.
Yeah.
Autumn, it's like there's 23 different flavors. We're not all number, whatever Zach is, but we're all our own flavor.
Hey, I feel you just as much.
I still have a strong love for Dr. Pepper. I just don't have all the different memorabilia that you have. I'd be broke.
Yeah. My name's Zach, and I have a problem.
Yeah. I say all the time to people, I could never do drugs because I can't even give up Dr. Pepper. Like, it's the one thing you wake up and you're like, okay, let's start the day.
I mean, well, but here's the other point. Why do drugs when you got Dr. Pepper?
Yeah.
It's better than it is. It is
cheaper and tastes better, and you remember things.
Exactly.
It is my drug.
Yeah.
And it does pick you up.
Yeah, it does.
So, do you remember when you applied for the Pepper Pack? When was that? And how long did you have to wait before you were accepted?
It happened pretty quickly, but I think the Pepper Pack had been around maybe a year before I got in. So, gosh, was that like four years ago, or maybe 5?
I just hit 5 years in the Pepper Pack
before.
So
yeah. So I think that it must have been probably 4 years, like in September. So yeah.
Okay. So I think you may. So what year was that? Because it could have been around when I got in.
Well,
2018.
I didn't have my youngest daughter then, so that's how I kind of figured it all out. But that had to have been probably 2018 maybe, or 2017.
Yeah.
It was a ways.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
That was 9/11 of.
Gosh.
17? Would that be 5 years?
Yeah. Yes, 2017 is the 5-year mark.
So you were part of the phase that got the birthday cake box, right?
I did. I got the birthday cake box. I still have it. Yeah. I see sometimes in the Pepper Pack where people are selling their stuff, and I'm like, how do you sell it? I can never.
Don't get me started on the soapbox.
Yeah. Well, I mean, do what you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I mean, they're unfortunately they shouldn't be doing it, but at the same time, I mean, that's kind of like how I got that little guy right there that's hiding away.
The football helmet.
I finally got it, Dario.
Yeah,
cool.
I gave in.
Yeah.
Next episode, we got to see you drink.
Here's my thing. Did you get that off like eBay?
I got it off of eBay.
So there are other people that are not ambassadors that are selling that stuff on eBay because you don't have to be an
Pepper Perks.
It's the ambassador exclusive stuff that is being resold for a high value on eBay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. We've had this conversation before.
Yeah.
And we've almost called out a few people.
The thing that I missed the most was when they did Fanville down in, was that
Oklahoma?
Yeah. And I missed that. I couldn't go.
Yep. I went and I was able to get my awesome Pepper Pack big old display signs that I've been having the other ambassadors sign as I meet them. I wish I would have started having them sign it there because I met several there that I got to meet Kyle, who I call the original ambassador. I met so many people down there. I can't even think of names off the top of my head. But
leave a comment if you were one of those people.
Yeah, you should comment. You should be watching, but I know you're not. You should be because America.
I was also really jealous of the originals, like Kyle, that got to design a Dr. Pepper. I was so jealous. No.
The Dr. Pepper designer.
Yeah.
It's a sore subject with me.
Missed that.
Yeah. Well, actually,
I still have my feelings hurt.
I don't think those were the originals. I think they were just like
they just picked them out.
Some of the first couple, but I've getting to chat with Kyle when I was in Oklahoma. He told me some stories about how that all went down and all the Dr. Pepper they got, and I was like, I'm just a lot jealous because I was fortunate to do the haircut thing, but like just the Dr. Pepper that they had access to afterwards, I was just like,
I was jealous of the haircut too. I couldn't do it, but it was super cool, and to be able to be displayed on Dr. Pepper like that. Well,
you could have done it. I believe in you. You could have.
That all came
Maybe I'll do it for my kids.
That all came from the invitation that they sent out to us a couple years ago when they said, "How would you celebrate Dr. Pepper in college football?" Because we're the official drink of college football at Fansville. And I was like, I would let y'all shave a Dr. Pepper college football thing into my hair, and they're like, "Let's do it." And I was like, "Okay." So I love showing that picture to my students, and they're like, "No way," because I'm at a new school now, so they didn't see it.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I was really jealous.
I'm telling them, I want to do a tattoo. I mean, Josh and I have already offered up limbs, got it on my back. I mean, we can figure something out. I would like a little more say in it because the haircut, they didn't let me see the design or anything until after they was done. So the tattoo, I would like to have a little more say in picking some options.
Yeah, they might pick the unicorn from the last pepper. Pick a pepper. You might get that one.
On that one. I do have. I'm looking at 9-day bottles on my wall, and I'm thinking about some of those that actually look pretty cool. But no, I'll pass on the unicorn.
Well, I did see Autumn that you were drinking from a Dr. Pepper bottle. So tell us what kind of flavors are your pick, and what kind of choice do you usually go with? Are you a soda fountain girl? Do you like cans? Tell us more about that.
Well, I love the cans, but with inflation going up, I have been using more of the fountain drinks.
You ain't lying.
Don't judge me.
No.
There's so many fountain drinks that don't taste good. So I'm pretty particular about the fountain drinks. And so, but no.
Are you lots of ice? No ice?
Yeah, I'm a big ice. Like, don't tell the dentist, but I eat a lot of ice. So I love filling it up with Dr. Pepper, and then I just eat it and drink it all at once. It's awful.
Like a little snow cone.
Yeah.
My wife is a hygienist, so
Oh no.
It's all right.
Yeah.
I mean, we all have our choices. I know. I'm a little bit more of the no ice kind of guy. I don't like the watered down.
What?
I can't do ice.
Yeah.
It's a refusal of ice.
Zach's the same way.
Yeah, but eating the ice though is like getting water. For people that say you're not being healthy, at least you're drinking the water that way.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, there's water in Dr. Pepper. That's what I say.
Exactly.
That's.
I mean, if we look at the ingredients, it's right there. It says water.
Carbonated, but it still counts.
But it still says water.
If it
I never read it.
Dario's gonna die on that hill.
I will die on that hill.
Yeah.
I will die on that hill gladly. It has water in it.
If it didn't,
much,
we
but-
probably wouldn't be alive right now.
So you like ice in your Dr. Pepper. Do you have a like specific kind? Are you a Pebble? Do you like to go to Sonic with their ice or?
Well, Sonic's ice turns like into water pretty quickly. I don't know. Do y'all have a Circle K?
No.
Yeah.
I know what it is, but we don't have that now.
I like the Circle K ice. Not the big ones, but the little, they're in between, Yeah. It's not as small as Sonic.
Now, does your Circle K, we just started getting a bunch of them here where I live, and they have 4 of the flavors that are individual slots on the soda machines there. So they have like the cherry and the regular and the cream soda and I want to say like one other one, but they're their own individual slots. That usually they have those like Diet Zero machines or whatever, that you can mix and match. But these were real individual slotted machines. Is that like that for all Circle Ks?
Well, at least here. Okay, so I have about 4 within like a couple miles of my house. And for some reason, they keep running out. So I will hit every single one until I find it. I'm like,
dedication.
Yeah, I was like, we can't go the day without this.
Have you made the trek where you go to one and they run out, so you go to the next one and then you go to the next one?
Yes, I do. And also they have the little stamp cards. So if you drink so many, they'll give you another one.
Oh. Okay, I need to go back to Circle K. I haven't made it in a while.
I'm gonna be I'm gonna be going after it.
Yeah, because the only real time I've gone to Circle K is when I'm in Phoenix, because they're basically on the street corner, and you just go anywhere in Phoenix. You just throw a rock, you'll probably hit a Circle K. Yeah, and so that was where I really got my Dr. Pepper from Circle K, was there. But anyway, I do kind of a little bit of a follow-up question to what Konnor asked. So you drink the fountain. Now, what's your favorite flavor of it? Do you go with the new G, what we call the new OG, or do you go real sugar? Do you go with the cherry, which is my favorite? The new OG, I don't know.
I'm the original. But my parents get me the sugar kind. They're close to Texas.
Love.
So
that's love right there.
Yeah. And I take the caps off of the original bottles and I'm saving them up to make a table.
Oh, very nice.
I've made a small one, but I've learned a little bit, so I want to make a big one now.
So you mentioned it. I'm working on something. I want that creative pepper badge, or that you deserve this badge. So what I've been working on is I have probably almost over 100 cans now that I want to cut the tops and the bottoms off of and flatten these out. And
that'd be cool.
Oh,
I think we lost Zach.
Did we lose Zach?
I think we lost Zach. I thought I was going to get lost tonight. So he's going for his creative badge. Well, when we catch him, we'll hear the rest of the story.
Back.
There we go. We got him back.
Sorry, my Wi-Fi just dropped out on me.
It's all right. We got you back.
All right. So what I want to do is in my classroom, I want to have a chair, like a bar stool up at the front of my classroom that I can sit on or lean against, because I don't like to just sit in a chair. I like to be moving. But if I have a bar stool that I can lean up against, so I want to go buy like just a cheap $20 bar stool from Walmart and then wrap it in all the metal Dr. Pepper cans. So I've been Googling different ways to flatten these pieces of metal and cut it out nicely and stuff. And I have that all figured out. My dilemma now is the best way to attach it to the bar stool itself. Get a little hammer and form it to that, and then do like the epoxy coating over it or something, or super glue.
Interesting.
So just how I have Dr. Pepper bar stool in my classroom.
I thought about making those bottles that the caps come on. I thought about making like a chandelier with them. I thought that might be cool. Put the little fairy lights in it.
Yeah. I have a former student and a friend from church who I was talking. It was a former student's parent. He had some of the yellow crates, and he was going to make like a hanging light and use the glass bottles down.
That's what I did. Yeah,
hanging upside down.
Yeah, I did like Edison bulbs, but instead of that, we put the bottles. We did some old vintage bottles. But yeah,
he was in trouble because he had to cut the bottles to get the light bulbs that he was going to use in them, and he was having trouble figuring out what he used to cut them. So Konnor, I might chat with you later about how you did share that with him.
It's pretty easy. Yeah.
Oh wow. I would like to see a picture of that.
Yeah, I'd like to see your table too. I mean, that seems really awesome.
I'll have to send it to y'all.
Yes, shoot it on our social. I'd like to feature it.
Okay, and I've also like made little salt and pepper shakers because I'm like I found Coke ones and I'm like, who wants a Coke one?
Easy with the language.
Sorry.
That gets triggered.
It's
yeah. It's a bit of a no word for him.
Well, it's okay. I was gagging saying it, so.
Right. A funny story. We just had a retreat with the 5th and 6th graders at my school, and coming back from it, someone found a 16-ounce can of the Diet Zero of the red soda, and they're like, "Whose is this? Whose is this?" And nobody claimed it. And I was like, "I'll get rid of it." So they gave it to me. So I dumped it out, set it on the ground, and stepped on it. And as soon as I stepped on it, another teacher walked up and was like, that was mine." I was like,
"Yeah."
You snooze, you lose.
We don't drink that here.
I said, "You're welcome." I just saved you. I was like, I have the regular in my classroom if you need some of the good stuff. And
you were showing the class gravity. You were trying to start a lesson.
Yeah.
A science lesson.
There you go.
Yep.
I've been trying to convert people. It's hard. It's not hard. It's just some people have bad taste.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about right.
For them.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah. Yeah, one of my friends who does not drink Dr. Pepper, drinks only the red stuff. And she was telling me, she's like, you know what? She's like, you know what, Dario? My son started drinking Dr. Pepper. I don't know where he got that from. But, I don't know. As I'm sitting there with a big old Dr. Pepper on my shirt.
Yeah.
I have no idea where he got that idea from. It just must have just happened. I mean, don't hate on your son for having good taste. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, I know y'all are Dr. Pepper teachers, but I consider myself a Dr. Pepper mom because I have 4 kids and we are Dr. Pepper drinkers. I'm raising the future Pepper Pack.
Doing it right.
There we go.
You're doing it right, girl.
I do want
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Future Pepper Pack party where we bring all our kids and let them just go crazy together. We could form like a big perimeter. We form like a big perimeter.
Yeah.
And let the kids just run around like this big inflatable park or trampoline park or whatever, all souped up on caffeine.
Have y'all ever been to the Dr. Pepper Park? Like where they do the music and stuff?
Is that the baseball field in Frisco, Texas?
No, it's somewhere up north. But they have a Dr. Pepper festival, and I've never been, but I've heard of it. And I'm like,
I think it's is it Virginia?
Maybe, but I feel like we need to make a road trip up there. We've got to check it out.
Yeah, no, they have a big building with a big old bottle cap that's a 10-4, and on Dr. Pepper,
Virginia, Roanoke.
Roanoke.
They give
Roanoke,
away
Virginia.
Yeah, so fun story. Dr. Pepper Day this year is on a Monday, and I just happened to find out today that we have teacher in service, and I don't have school that day. So, Konnor, bro, it's a Monday. Make a drive.
Yeah.
Come down here and pick up a bunch of Dr. Pepper stuff so you can take it back.
Well, I would love to. My anniversary is the next day, so
it'll be great.
You kind of can't miss
anniversary
that
present.
Spend some time with my wife and hanging out with her, and we'll be going and doing some fun adventures. I don't know what we're doing yet. I got to figure that out. But
so, Autumn, you went ahead and you kind of shared with us, the birthday stuff. What other kind of fun memories do you have from being inside the Pepper Pack?
the top 2 or 3?
Yeah, tell us what you
Gosh.
loved.
I would get so excited when I'd get a package.
Mhm.
Because you don't expect it, and then it shows up and you get all these Dr. Pepper goodies.
Mhm.
That has got to be my favorite. And then I would say my second favorite is getting to know the different Pepper Pack people. There's everyone so different, and do y'all remember the gift exchange? I know some people didn't have the best experience with it, but I got like this cool little Pepper Pack koozie. Isn't that cool? Just like getting little gifts from your other Pepper Pack people.
Awesome.
So
Yeah, one of my students gave me one of those last year, and I have it on my desk in my classroom, and I use it like every day. I love it.
yeah, I think I got
That's
a candle one time. I have it up here, but I got a Dr. Pepper candle from someone else. I was like, it's pretty
That's
cool. But yeah.
Now the question is, I've seen some of those on like Etsy and stuff. Does it really smell like Dr. Pepper?
Well, you know how I said I don't really get rid of my Dr. Pepper stuff? I have not lit it because I want to keep it pristine.
Yeah.
But,
well, you can like smell the wax, and I don't know if it smells anything like.
Let me see. This is it right here.
Yeah, I have the Dr. Pepper tissues that they made a couple years ago for the Fansville.
Yes. Yeah.
And those kind of smelled like Dr. Pepper, but it was more just of a cola scent. But it's still cool in the thought.
Yeah. I think it smells like a candle, but it looks really cool.
That's wax, all right.
That's the obvious thing.
No, it's a candle.
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
So,
oh man.
Dr. Pepper approached you because they like to ask us, kind of ideas. They send us the invitations and the surveys and things, and said, "Hey, we have the budget for whatever you need. We would like you to come up with some sort of promotion, advertisement, event. You name it, you come up with it to promote Dr. Pepper, to get the brand out there. What is something you would like to see them do, or that you would like to have happen?"
Okay, so I don't know if y'all know this, but I go to a lot of theme parks with the kids. And finding Dr. Pepper is hard. And so I would love to see Dr. Pepper in the theme parks, and I'd like to see it like at the beach and, on vacation. Like, I think that would be really cool, is to, hit those areas pretty hard. And because
it's part of your family, and you have to bring your whole family on vacation.
Your family at home when you go on vacation.
Right.
You got to take Dr. Pepper with you.
Yeah, I like it.
Yes. Family's everything.
Yes.
That's what
I love this idea. It's actually, out of some of the ones we've heard, I think this is the most plausible one that I could see happening, where it's like encouraging people to bring Dr. Pepper with them for all occasions, for weddings, for your vacation, for your going abroad. I mean, it's a really great idea.
Yeah.
It is.
Not only encouraging people to bring it, I think we also want to have it available at those locations.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Where
Exactly.
That most magical place on earth is not very.
We've talked about that. Where it's like, come on.
Yeah.
It's like it's right there. You bring the Dr. Pepper.
Right.
I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what's wrong with that place.
They signed a deal with the C company to supply them for 90 years, and that's almost gone. So we might be able to get some kind of other soda in there.
I mean, you can still sneak the Dr. Pepper in, because like we've said it before, we talked about it before. Dr. Pepper's kind of played with both sides of the competition, and
and as an independent bottler, it is produced depending on the state and distribution center by both the blue and red soda, and sold as that brand too.
I mean, because I've seen it be with both red and blue in California. Some places that serve the blue They serve it also with. They also serve Dr. Pepper with the blue.
They're gonna make their money
Yeah.
that way because that's what people want.
Yeah, exactly. People want the Dr. Pepper. That's all that matters.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm.
I went to Tybee Island, I guess over the summer, and finding Dr. Pepper there was like so difficult. I was like, next time we'll just stick to the, the Gulf.
All right.
So, we might ask, what's your favorite? Have you had how many different flavors or types of Dr. Pepper have you had? You said you've had the original.
Yeah.
You said
Well,
you had
I usually try them as they come out, but I've never liked any as much as the original. It's like my go-to.
Now, have you watched our show before?
Yeah, I mean, I've watched a lot of different pieces because I was trying to get an idea exactly what I was getting into. But also, back in the day, when it first started a while ago, I pulled it up.
Yeah, and so it's not as bad as you thought, right? This is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like sweating bullets. I was like, you asked me around January, and I was like, let's push it to October.
Well, I wanted to get
October's already here.
I contacted a bunch of people in January and said, "Hey, pick a date that works, and then we'll catch up with you when it gets closer to remind you, make sure it still works." But have you had vanilla float?
Yeah. Isn't that your favorite? Because you would not.
It is my favorite. That's why Dario is dying. Here, I'm gonna help you out because Dario is being distracting. So.
Okay, so I had that because you wouldn't stop talking about it on Facebook.
Because it's amazing.
Yeah.
You're influencing other people.
Oh, I love it.
What I'm here for.
Yeah. But no, I've tried, I think I've tried all the different flavors, but I wasn't in love. Don't hate me for this. I was not in love with dark berry.
That's all right.
That's all right.
Connor's going to cry inside.
Oh.
Well, it used to be that way.
Yeah.
It used to be that way.
Yeah.
That's right.
I like the dark berry better with ice cream.
Yeah. Yeah. But
yeah. All right.
No. But that compares to the original.
Yeah. All right. Great. Well, as we're talking about places that serve Dr. Pepper, I have a question. What do you like to pair it with? Mm-hmm. Because everybody already knows what I pair my Dr. Pepper with.
Cookies.
And with the cookies.
She's and episodes and she knows.
Yeah.
I got a cookie.
Yeah.
This is a Mexican cookie from a Mexican shop here locally in town called Cypress Bakery. And they have, and every Panadero place has a sugar cookie. And so I just decided to get one.
That's not Mexican. Dario. That's a sprinkle stuck together on a piece of small dough.
You know what?
Yeah.
She's just going to sit there and go, the entire time as Autumn tells us what she loves to pair with her Dr. Pepper.
Well, I don't think I'm the only one who thinks this, but Dr. Pepper goes best with Reese's and hot fries. Or not hot fries, but hot Cheetos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not a hot Cheeto person, but I do like Cheetos.
I like the hot fries.
Hot Cheetos. I love that.
I'm not a big Cheeto guy, but hot fries, I'll do those.
Okay. No, I have to ask you something. Okay. Do you do hot Cheetos with nacho cheese?
But that sounds really good.
Oh, it's really good.
So much cheese.
Oh, it's so good. It's so worth it. And then with the Dr. Pepper, it's perfect.
Oh my God.
I mean, trust me. It is delicious.
We have a new commercial right here for Dr. Pepper. During the Fansville, they could do the Fansville tailgate cook-off, and you and I could be the judges, and we just keep eating people's different appetizers and then drinking Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Or we could do like regular Reese's peanut butter cups or what?
Well, I mean, like Dr. Pepper, I've tried all the different flavors, but the original is still the best.
Mm-hmm.
But
I like the big cups though because you get more peanut butter.
Oh yeah, they do have the really thick ones now, but it's kind of my comfort food, back when I first started college and I lived by myself, instead of getting normal dinner, I would just go get hot fries and a Dr. Pepper and call it a night. Well, I also hit up the movie, store, but you don't see those anymore.
Fun fact, kids, you used to have to rent movies from a store. I actually went to a video rental place.
Yeah.
For a year and a half. It was great because
I've never heard of that Atkins diet, whatever, Dr. Pepper hot Fritos. I've never heard of that.
It's really thin back then, but also I found out I had acid reflux at the same time. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But now, what do y'all mix y'all's with? I know you do the cookie and Dr. Pepper. What about you two?
Anything. I'm drinking Dr. Pepper. I'm eating whatever.
Yeah. He does weird stuff. He puts peanuts in his Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. My dad does that.
Yeah. So I saw people posting on Facebook and stuff about it, like in the old time collector groups.
Yeah. Anyways, so what I usually do is I go brisket. I'm a barbecue guy. I love.
Well, where are you from, Konnor? Because
you're not the only one that knows how to do it.
I'm from Lubbock, Texas. I'm in the panhandle of Texas.
And I'm in Kansas.
I knew you were from Kansas. Now I know you're from Cali. So I am originally from Texas too. Where
are you from?
I was born in Louisville, but I last lived in Sherman.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I live in Arkansas now, but I feel like in Texas, I mean, you got to love Jesus and Dr. Pepper.
So true.
We all love Jesus and Dr. Pepper, so that's the beautiful thing about this episode.
Yeah.
We have a new shirt in our Redbubble, Jesus and Dr. Pepper. Yeah. Stay tuned.
I have this shirt. It says,
you can't go wrong. Jesus, Dr. Pepper. The Pepperback Podcast.
Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Konnor, start designing.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
Do it.
What was I going to ask you? Oh, yes. Autumn, what is the longest you have gone without a Dr. Pepper?
I'm really embarrassed to say this, but I went 6 months once because I was trying to diet. But the bad thing is when I don't drink Dr. Pepper, I tend not to drink anything. So I'm a little sad. I let Dr. Pepper down there.
That's all right. You save some for the rest of us.
Yeah, that's true.
You also have children, and you're doing God's work by giving them Dr. Pepper.
Yes,
exactly.
You're good.
You're right.
You're good.
You're raising them right.
Yeah,
the way that they should go with their life.
Only way. I did make a mistake. I'll tell y'all. My husband, when we met, he claimed to love Dr. Pepper, and then after he reeled me in, he switched drinks on me. So if I'd known, we may not be married and have children now, but I will say they're on my side.
Good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So Autumn, you have some. You kind of showed us some of your a few collectible items back there on your shelf. Do you have any items that are your favorite or your most prized Dr. Pepper collections, or anything? Or also, after that, do you have something that you are really wanting to get that you've seen?
I really like those old coolers that have Dr. Pepper on them, but they're yeah. Mm-hmm. Every time I see one of those, I'm like, ooh, I really want to get my hands on that.
One of my few bucket list items that I still want to get for my everywhere.
Yeah. Nice bucket list. Yeah.
I have one of those really old carrying things that held the bottles back in the day. Mm-hmm. I really love that. I've used it to take photos of my baby on it. How they put. Did
you share that in the portal or in the Facebook back a while back? Is that your picture?
Yeah, I did. Well, I saw somebody else do it, and I was like, "That's brilliant!" So I did it also. I can't take credit.
Yeah, I did the wood crate because I don't have the metal little 6-pack thing.
Yeah, that's what I had. I had the wood crate.
Okay, the wood crate, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but obviously the stuff that we get from Dr. Pepper is like really special.
Mm-hmm.
So, because not everybody gets that. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why you shouldn't sell it.
yes, definitely. No.
You know who you are.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are. And
We know.
who you are.
Yeah.
I think is what I meant to say.
Yeah, we know who you are.
Yeah.
Stop doing it. Give it to us. We
Yeah.
want your collection instead.
Yeah.
Was it you, Zach, that was like found a whole bunch of the old Dr. Pepper patches and was mailing them to people?
No, that was
Was it Josh?
No.
I know. I think it was that Nick or was that
Was it Jason Hammond? No.
It's Jason. Yes, Jason Hammond.
Yeah.
Texas.
Okay, yeah.
And he got a bunch of them. He sent me one. What I did is when I went to the Fansville thing, they had a stack of the Dr. Pepper comics. And this was after they announced that they were going to give away 100 on the portal. And I didn't get one of those 100, so I was devastated. And then I found out they were giving them away at Comic-Con. And someone was selling one from Comic-Con on eBay. And so I spent like $30 to buy one. And so I was so happy to get mine. And then I went down to the Fansville thing in Oklahoma, and they had like a magazine rack, like this tall, filled with them.
Yeah.
And then for free, just grab them. So I kept walking because I spent the whole day there. I was there for the whole 12 hours, and I just grabbed a couple, put them on my back. And then at the end of the day, they're like, well, we still have this whole unopened box, so grab as many as you want. And so I took probably about 200-300 of them, and that's where I posted in the group. I said, hey, I'm not looking to make money. If you guys didn't get one, you want one, just send me $2 for shipping and help me cover the cost of having to buy all the envelopes and stamps, and I'll mail it to you. And I think I sent out about 150 to 200 of those.
I'm pretty sure you sent me one.
I probably did. I sent a lot out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said that was one. I think that was like the first things he ever sent me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We started sending things back.
Back before we knew each other.
Yeah.
Look how far we've come in those 5 years, Dario.
I know.
It's great.
Konnor, did you get one?
No, I never did.
You have a comment?
Oh.
Never did. There's a bunch of stuff that Zach and I have to trade when we finally meet each other.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say I will set one aside for you, Konnor. I have one. I have an extra one still. So
We'll. I got a bunch of stuff for him, and I'll take a comic book.
I'm telling you, Dr. Pepper Day.
Yeah.
We'll work something out that weekend. We'll talk later. Yeah, because Konnor has this thing where he mails me stuff, and the post office doesn't like it, and it never gets to me.
Yeah. He's lost like 3 things.
No, it for real, it never shows up at my house.
Yeah.
That just started happening to me.
Say it again.
We moved like a year ago, and we just started having that happen like after we moved. I was like, I've lived here like 10 years now, like not at this location, but at this new house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See,
That's
like,
right.
I don't even know. He put my address in, and it just didn't like me.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Right before he moved, and then afterwards, and then.
But yeah, with both addresses, and none of them made it here. But go ahead.
I was going to say, did you get it back?
No. I only got one of them back. The other stuff never made it. Don't know. Somebody else has it.
Since I moved, I haven't got any Pepper Pack stuff, and so I actually messaged the merchant today. Yeah, and so I was like, is the people living in my old house getting all my Dr. Pepper merch? Like, yeah.
Well, I think the last thing I've got from Dr. Pepper was at the beginning of the year when they sent us the calendar.
I didn't get the calendar, and I've been so sad about it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I just looked over here because it's down here in my basement, and I don't ever come down here to change and look at the calendar. So it's still set on July of 2022. But,
wow.
There's a few months
Not
behind.
to bring up things that hurt.
Well, I could go get it and show it to you if you want. If we really want to rip that off.
I've seen it many, many times. Well, everyone posted, hey, look what came in the mail today.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. I was one of those people.
Yeah. Well, I usually am one of those people. Every time something comes in, it's like, look what I got.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I know. The last time that I didn't get anything, we talked about it was that last Pepper Perks thing they did.
The sweater?
No, the football helmet.
The football helmet.
Oh.
But during the time of the football helmet, because I bought this one online, but I wanted to get the cooling off pack and everything, and I found it on eBay. I was so mad. I found it on eBay for a cheap price. It was on a bidding war. Nobody bid for it or anything, and I put a bid in. It was great. I was ready for it, and then somebody just went in and made an offer and took it.
Oh no!
Like, are you kidding me?
I
made an
haven't
offer, gone. I'm like, oh, that broke my heart.
Did y'all get the sweater? Have y'all got the sweater?
Oh yeah,
oh yeah.
I haven't got the sweater.
Oh no!
As part of the original members, we got the T-shirt with our the 3-sleeve shirt with our name on it.
Yeah, I got that.
I had bought the sweater, the long sleeve sweater from the store about a year ago, but when they said to post again what size you are or whatever, or comment when you have your size updated on your profile to get one, and so I did. So now I have two. So I told my wife, I was like, "Hey, for Halloween, we can do Dr. Pepper twins."
Oh, I'm so jealous.
I don't know if she's gonna do it, but I'm gonna see what I can. I gave her a vanilla float yesterday. She asked for one. I said, "Sure, go for it, baby. I love you. You can have a vanilla float." But I'm working it into now. She's got to dress up like a Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
I hope I can get my daughter to dress up. My daughter wants to be a princess or a cat or something for Halloween.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping I can dress her up like a little can of Dr. Pepper, and we could all like go around as the Dr. Pepper family. Probably won't happen. Good idea.
Did y'all get that Fanville costume that from a few years ago?
I only got Dr. Pepper is the Larry Culpepper. Dario, I think you got a little sweet.
Little sweet.
Yeah.
I got little sweet.
I'm so jealous. You go in there and you comment, you're like, me, and then, you don't get there in time.
Fast, man. I tell you what.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know which one I don't like more, when they do one of the first 50 to comment, or when they comment and we're going to pick 50.
Yeah. Well, it happens right in the middle of the day. So if you're working and you can't look at your phone, it's tough.
Yeah.
What they should do is they should do two versions. They need to do one on their normal social media, and then they need to do one for just the Pepper Park people.
Yeah.
And just do it through the portal, and then let us fight over that, and then let the people that aren't part of the Pepper Perk or part of the Pepper Pack be able to get something. Because, I mean, that builds like brand identity and favor bill. So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's true. No, there's a few things I've managed to get in at the last minute with be like the first so many people to comment.
Yeah.
But like you said, a lot of times I would be at work, being a teacher, administration kind of, the principals kind of frown on you having your phone out in the middle of the day.
Right. Yeah.
I don't have my phone out when I'm at school. I got for my school watches. I do not put my phone out. I have it in a drawer locked away.
Yeah.
I got an email from my principal today, and my kids were all working on some homework, so I had just clicked on to open the email they sent me, and then he walked in my door, and I was like, "I'm reading the email you sent me."
Yeah. Well, when I had my daughter, I was a stay-at-home mom for a little bit. And so I was able to get in, to a few of those comments. But I always felt really bad for all the people that was at work, because I was like, I
always did what I could to tag as many people as I could think of off the top of my head. But then I also felt really bad because there's so many people that like I've come to know and I've gotten to know that I'm like, I'm going to feel bad when I don't tag somebody.
I felt like you tagged me, in a lot of stuff, and then, you just went ghost on us,
Yeah.
It was sad times. But,
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah. Well, I feel like there's not as much going on Facebook on the Pepper Pack now.
Say that again.
I feel like there's not much going on the Pepper Pack now.
Yeah. They'll revive it. They'll get it going.
On the Facebook.
Yeah.
It seems like they're pushing a lot more. They're trying to push more the portal than the Facebook.
Yeah.
Like,
I just asked for access to that portal again today. So
okay, so you're not in?
You're not in?
And I think part of it is my last name changed. And so I think maybe that's part of it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I went ahead and told them, hey, my name is different than,
are you part of the perks? Are you using the perks? The pepper perks?
Yeah, I can get into the pepper perks. And so I can see where
I know a lot of people that had the pepper perks before the portal went live, and they tried linking them, and those were having a lot of problems, like connecting the two. You have to send it to like one of the admin and tell them like, this is my account, I'm part of the pepper pack, do all of that stuff. And so once that gets settled, it's a pretty smooth ride, because usually you're putting points in anyways, and then you can just click and go straight to the pepper bag that way.
What I'll do for you is, after this episode's done, either tonight or tomorrow sometime, I will post a link to this video, and I have a thread on the portal that's got everyone's name and and the link to their video. And so I'll also mention Dr. Pepper. Hey, we had the great opportunity of chatting with Autumn. She's having difficulty getting in. Help her get in. And I'll annoy them like I did with Richard. So that way they found Richard in there.
Yes, and we'll make our impassioned pleas like we have done in the past.
Yeah.
With background to Sarah McLachlan music.
Like, please. But I miss that. That's the thing I miss the most, is like being, involved with everything. But
Pepper Pack community.
Yeah. It's our little family.
Yeah.
But
for sure.
Well,
yes.
Guys, this has been fun.
Yeah.
But
thank y'all for having me.
Yeah, no,
thanks for joining us.
Oh yes, it's been a great conversation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And drinking Dr. Pepper.
Always.
But I have to. You know what? I need to get something. Give me a second.
While you're doing that, let me go ahead and shoot some plugs. Don't forget to check us out on all our social sites, our Facebook page, our YouTube page. If you want to get some merch with our branded stuff on it over here, check us out on Redbubble. We'll be dropping some new stuff, and stay tuned. We got some new event stuff that's going to be happening, and don't forget to follow Autumn. Autumn, do you have any social plugs that you want to put out there?
Well, I'm on Instagram and I'm on Facebook, so
check her out. Drop a like. Tell her you saw her on the podcast.
Yeah.
Oh yes, definitely, and
that way I don't have to be too caffeinated tonight.
Yeah. Well, definitely. Yeah, definitely be sure to go to the Redbubble store. I just got my merch a few days ago. I'm excited to see my stuff come in. I bought some more stickers for my classroom. Can't wait to put them on and get them going more. So definitely go to Redbubble to see our merch.
So
awesome.
Yeah. Well, Autumn, thank you again for joining us. It was great getting to chat with you. Letting you join part of our Pepperette podcast family. And as you mentioned, it's not hard. It's not as scary as you thought it was going to be. It's a lot of fun. So, if you have not been on the podcast yet and you are in the Pepper Pack, please feel free to reach out to us, because I keep sending a bunch of messages and no one replies to me. It makes me feel sad.
Oh,
like I'm being rejected all over again and again. I'm just kidding. No. But we're still looking for some more guests for next year. I think we have about this year all filled out on our episodes. So that's awesome. But my phone, I'm sorry, y'all. My phone keeps talking to me. Thank you for joining us. Keep drinking Dr. Pepper. Konnor, Dario, you've shared your final thoughts. Do you have anything else you want to add before I sign us off?
Make sure to drink a Dr. Pepper and have a cookie.
And a cookie. I'm just like,
I can't do it. Yeah. Anyway, we'll see you in a few days. We'll be back on. What's our next date, Zach?
So we have a diet episode on the 17th. So I think that's a week from today. And then yeah, we will probably as I look at my guest schedule, I don't have a guest schedule for the 23rd of this month because what I was planning on doing was actually doing an episode on the 24th for Dr. Pepper Day. We'll just get as many people on here as we can drinking some Dr. Pepper. How are you celebrating Dr. Pepper kind of deal challenge? We'll maybe see if we can get a hashtag going and share some of those photos, make it a challenge. Sure. But yeah, so we have a diet episode on 17th. We'll let you know the details of our challenge then. With a chance to talk and plan. But as I always like to tell you guys, thank you for joining us. I like to say, stay caffeinated. Oh, now I forgot what I always say. Late. I need more caffeine.
Have a good one.
Be caffeinated. Be blessed. Be a pepper. And until we drink again.